so many of them partner together, and they had never even met each other until they see each other for the very first time. So they've made money together. They've been doing things together, but had never seen each other face to face until WREIN Live. It was so emotional, and just hearing their stories and watching them hug and hang out together, and it was so amazing, so amazing. Without Fear of Her Future podcast is for women who are passionately pursuing financial freedom, using multiple streams of income and real estate to accomplish their goals. We are here to empower you to be brave, dream big, and design a life that you love. I'm Teresa Todd, founder of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network and author of the book Without Fear of Her Future.
And I'm Melissa Baker, a real estate investor and fitness coach specializing in turning properties from drab to fab. I'm here to help motivate and inspire you to build your dream life because, girl, you deserve it. Today, we are talking about WREIN Live 2024. Woo! This is going to be a good one. WREIN Live is a gathering of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network for a weekend of elevation, education, and networking. Whether you're a seasoned real estate professional or just starting out on your journey, this conference is a must attend. So join us as we delve into the 2024's event, fueled by inspiration, connection, and the determination to shatter those glass ceilings.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited for this conversation,
Me
Teresa.
too.
And I think that we need to start out. I know we've got some listeners who may not even know what WREIN Live is. So let's just start out. Can you tell them what WREIN Live is and who WREIN Live is for?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, WREIN is the Women's Real Estate Investors Network. And this is our annual conference. This is like a real live in-person conference. And this is for our students, inspiring investors wanting to find that financial freedom. Yeah. Or it could be seasoned investors just wanting to expand their community. But I mean, I personally believe that there's nothing like this. And I am a little bit of a seminar junkie. And obviously I might be a little biased, but I mean, this is our third conference this year, our third WREIN Live, and they just keep getting better. And I remember after 2022, at the end of it, thinking, "Oh my gosh, how will we beat that next year?"
And last year's was really good,
and we did.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of pressure on to go, okay, Teresa, what are you going to do this year to make it even better? Because, people have this expectation now.
Well, I have a feeling you have some pretty good surprises coming.
Oh, my gosh. Surprises, I do. I am so excited. In 2022 and in 2023, we literally broke a record. We made history. There had never been over 3,000 real estate investor women only in one room, really in the whole wide world that we can find. Is that not amazing?
That is so cool. That is really cool.
Absolutely amazing. And then we came back and we did it again, in 2023. So just having thousands of women, like-minded, ambitious, powerful women that are all coming together because they want to learn real estate or they want to take their real estate investing to another level. And to just be in that room, I mean, you were there.
Yes, it is absolutely amazing. So tell us, Teresa, how did WREIN Live come to be? What is the history behind this conference?
Well, it really began when we first started the Women's Real Estate Investors Network. It was a live event that we had. But it wasn't a conference. It was just every week we were getting together and teaching real estate. But we were all gathering together. We're having events in hotels and those types of things. And then obviously with COVID, everything shut down and we went to teaching online. And online is amazing because now we have women from all over every state, all 50 states in our country. We have students. And so we have the ability to do that, which is absolutely amazing. But I believe that the world is starving.
It changes the dynamic.
It changes everything. Yeah. And we need real live people that we can touch, that we can talk to, that we can look face to face and not through a Zoom call. And the energy that it's so in the room. So we literally said, let's put together a conference. And we put together WREIN Live 2022. And it was so spectacular that we're like, okay, this is going to be an annual thing. And so I will never forget just feeling that energy in the room and seeing those ladies. And then, well, I mean, we will talk so much more about just what happens at REIN Live.
Okay. So tell us what can be expected. I mean, a room full of powerful women who are here. They come because they have a desire to grow and to learn and to basically make themselves better, right?
Yes.
Like we're just here for each other. So tell our listeners what they can expect at REIN
Well,
Live.
you know, the very first word that I'm going to just use is breakthrough. Breakthrough. And I'm talking about mindset breakthroughs because that's really where everything starts.
It is.
But I believe that there will be emotional breakthroughs. I believe that there will be financial breakthroughs. I just think, and listen, we all need to break through something because, you know, once we find freedom in one area or, you know, at one stage, then we're ready to go to the next. And we're going to have some new breakthroughs in our mindset, some new financial breakthroughs, some new emotional breakthroughs. And I believe that, I know you've seen that. I believe that's what happens while people are sitting in those seats, that so much begins to take place. And again, just the atmosphere.
Yeah. Whatever is holding them back can be broken off.
Yeah. Absolutely. And some of the speakers that we have, world class. I mean, I am so honored and I still can't believe at some of the speakers that have been on that stage. Several of them are named as top speakers in the world.
Wow. We have had some good ones. There have been some great speakers.
Let's just throw out a few of the names. And then I want to let you tell me who maybe a few of your favorites were. But, you know, the first year we had Barbara Corcoran.
Yes.
I mean, my gosh, from Shark Tank. What an honor just to have her on the stage. We had Genevieve Gorder with HGTV, if you've seen her show. She specializes in design and all of that. She was there. We've had Kim Kiyosaki of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, my gosh, that is unbelievable. So when we would get yeses from some of these names, I'm like, what? How did this even happen? Jamie Kern Lima.
Oh, yeah. She was amazing.
Yeah,
love her story.
If you're listening and you don't know the names of these people, just Google them because every one of them have the most dynamic story, and they're the people that show up on the stage to motivate and inspire and encourage and teach and just share their stories that, again, are inspiring. Also, just, you know, I think what it does is it reminds us of what is possible, what someone is capable of if they just push through. Because every person that I just mentioned has a heck of a story.
Yes.
They didn't just wake up with money one day. They just didn't wake up financially free. They had to push their way. They had to overcome some, you know, things to get there. Yeah. And listen, they are no different than the rest of us. We can all do it if we just put our minds to it.
Yeah, they definitely inspire you to think about that. There's no excuses. Like there's not, because these people have done the hard things.
Absolutely.
And they have, you know, broken through the barriers and done things that people told them they couldn't do, right?
Absolutely.
And they did it anyway.
Yes.
And that's we're the same way. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not? So
okay,
good.
so tell me who were some of your favorite speakers?
Well, Jamie Kern Lima was amazing. Just her story is just such a good story. If the women listening don't know who she is, I'm excited for them to find out and kind of Google her.
Yes.
I always love listening to Brooke Thomas because she's just so real and so inspiring. But Ed Mylett, Tim Tebow had us in tears.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, their stories, you know, they're just, and the encouragement that they offer, you know, and the things that they're doing with their lives now that they have, you know, they've gained this success, this recognition, and they're doing such amazing things to help others.
I know it. Let me just, comment on each of those people. First of all, Brooke Thomas from Live Out Loud, who happens to be a great friend of mine. I'm in her mastermind, the Queen's Table, and you talk about just one of the purest forms of a woman who is a cheerleader for other women, inspiring women to push themselves, to break through, you know, whatever it is that they're facing. She has been on our stage. She will definitely be back. So honored to have her. You are going to fall in love with her. You mentioned Tim Tebow. I don't even know what else we need to say about Tim Tebow, but not only kind of cute to look at, but his story. Yes. He is one of the most real people and has just a heart of gold. And you talk about inspiration. So he was phenomenal. And then, I mean, I guess maybe Ed Mylett is my favorite of all time, because 1 minute he has you rolling. He's so funny. And the next minute you're crying.
Yes.
But he digs deep. I mean, you talk about, I can still watch the videos from last year, and when it pans out to the audience, it is so wild to watch because so many people are touched.
Yes.
And you still have people talking about what his talk did to them.
Yes.
A year later.
Be the one.
Be the one. That's right. We'll
That's
never
right.
forget it.
Never forget it.
Well, I don't know that I'm supposed to release all of the names that will be back at WREIN Live 2024, but I am going to tell you that Ed Mylett will be back on our stage.
I love it. Oh. All right, ladies, right there is reason enough to sign up.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Buy
it
those
is.
plane tickets, get to Dallas. You do not want to miss
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that.
We have had Ruth Fernandez.
Oh, yes. She was
Oh my gosh.
phenomenal.
Yes. You talk about just opening our eyes about that God wants us to prosper. That's our, that's our calling is
Yes.
to be blessed, to be a blessing so that we can really make impact. My gosh, who am I leaving out? I feel like,
Well, there were so many.
I know.
We've
I
had some
can't.
great
Well,
speakers.
I'll think of them as we go. But
Okay.
amazing speakers on that stage. Some of them will be back. Some of them are brand new faces.
Okay.
That Lisa Bevere has been there
Oh,
2 years in a row. Oh my gosh, she does our Sunday morning.
I was going to say, she preached on Sunday mornings, and whoo, you
Oh my
talk
gosh.
about being on fire.
Yeah, she is a powerhouse.
She is.
So
She is. Okay, so let's shift a little bit. WREIN Live usually has a theme. Are you ready to share the 2024 theme with us?
I am. Okay, so it is WREIN Live, and our theme this year is She Reigns.
Woo!
Woohoo! You see what we did
Reigns,
there?
yeah.
It is REIGNS, and what happens to be that happens to be my word for 2024. Reign. I just felt like that was what God's calling us to do as women in this season, to quit being victims, to quit just surviving, but to thrive and to reign and to be overcomers. He reigns, and He's called us to reign with Him and live victorious lives. And so that is our theme for 2024. She reigns. So I want you to come ready to walk away from there totally victorious, feeling like an overcomer, and have worked through and just had so many breakthroughs.
Oh, she reigns. All right, she reigns 2024, ladies.
I want to just mention a couple other things that is so powerful about WREIN Live is this is an opportunity to meet what we call our WREIN sisters. So many of these, we have 4,000 ladies, members of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network.
And that's nationwide, ladies. That is all over the country.
I know. I love to say that. It makes my heart just go, wow. We have ladies all the way from Hawaii and Alaska and California and New York and Colorado. And I don't know why I feel like I have to say all 50 states.
All of them.
But all of the states. And finding success in all of those states. But so many of them partner together, and they had never even met each other until they see each other for the very first time. So they've made money together. They've been doing things together, but had never seen each other face to face until WREIN Live. It was so emotional,
Love that.
and just hearing their stories and watching them hug and hang out together, and it was so amazing, so amazing. This is where you come to find your next business partner and make best friends for life.
Right. Yes.
You and I became great friends through the Women's Real Estate Investors Network, and so. It's absolutely wonderful. We not only do we have worship on Sunday morning, I'm talking about full-blown worship where we bring in the band and we have a full-blown worship. Meredith Andrews.
I was going to say Meredith is probably one of my favorites now.
So
love
she's
listening
one
to
of
her.
our students.
I could watch her bounce around on stage worshiping the Lord all day long. She is adorable, and she has such a beautiful voice and such a gift.
Yes. So she's definitely going to be back leading our praise and worship on Sunday morning. And then Lisa is not going to make it back with us this year, but I can tell you who is going to be there.
Okay.
Havilah Cunnington.
Havilah.
Oh my gosh, she is absolutely amazing. And she's with Bethel Church
Okay.
in
yeah.
Redding,
Yes,
California.
yes,
She's
been
a
there.
powerhouse, and her and I just chatted yesterday morning, and she's so I'm so super excited about having her.
I love it. Well, we know God's going to bring an amazing word on Sunday.
Yes.
with
yes.
the
So
church
Sunday
service.
is full church, y'all. For
Yes.
Sunday morning, we just have a church service, and then then we go right back into real estate and all the things.
Teresa, while you're saying that, let's just kind of lay it out a little bit for the ladies that have never been to WREIN Live, but are coming, looking forward to coming. Kind of, what does I know you there's not an exact minute by minute schedule, but what does it look like coming in on? Let's just start with Thursday.
Thursday night is the kickoff party.
Okay.
So at 6:30 p.m. we have a kickoff party. It all is right here in Dallas, Texas, at the Sheraton, and so we have a kickoff party, and we that's our first time to get together and start networking and hanging out, and no speakers or anything like that.
Right.
just
just together, just networking.
Absolutely.
All right, and then
fun.
Friday,
everybody gets dressed up and does that, and then Friday we will just start right in and have our have events, and we start with speaking and teaching, and again that's just where it all begins. We usually on Friday night have a cocktail party or something like that.
Yeah.
And then all day Saturday, we are at it again. All day Sunday, we are at it again. Of course, like I said, we start out with worship and then go right back into teaching. We don't get out of there till 6 o'clock every evening, and that's if there's not a cocktail. Hey, on Saturday, we have our workout.
Oh, that's right.
On Saturday mornings with Chris and Corey Beth with Pure Physique.
Yes.
We have a full workout. That's already sold out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
nice.
had, I think we had 550 spots, and they're already, so it was awesome. Last year it was packed out, and I thought, well, everybody stayed, some people stayed up late talking. I wonder how many people will actually show up to the workout. I mean,
it was packed. I think they let extras come in that, even though there wasn't a lot of room. I think we just kind of squeezed in. And,
because we were giving out T-shirts, and I think every T-shirt was gone and all the things. So it's a 30-minute workout, and we have time to go get cleaned back up and get to the very first session on Saturday morning. So again, I mean, we're trying to get care of you spiritually. We're going to give you church. We're taking care of you physically. We're going to let you get a workout in. We're definitely taking care of you mentally, because your mind's going to be blown. And then emotionally, we are I believe you're filled up emotionally because of the connections, and because of the inspiration and the motivation of so many of the speakers. One of the things that we have realized is both years, the next 30, 60, 90 days after WREIN Live, we will have almost double the amount of deals done, because so many people are so fired up. They've got this new mindset, this new attitude, and they just go out there and kill it. And so I'm looking forward to that again.
One of my favorite things, and this is a kind of a small thing, but from last year was you guys recognized, the WREIN team recognized the women who had done 5 deals, 10 deals, had made, $1 million, they had hit some milestones.
Yeah.
It was fun to see these women walk across stage and, get to shake your hand, give you a hug, meet you for the first time. But what was really fun was watching them go around the hotel, because you had their names and stars around the venue. Yeah. And it was really fun to go see them finding their name with their star with their name and taking the pictures, and just how proud they were. And it just kind of warmed my heart to just see the success that these women are having, that's life-changing.
I know.
And they're being honored for it, not just financially, not just with their families, but here with you.
I'll tell you, that's my favorite part. The most emotional moment that I had, and this has been both years, is standing on the stage this year and looking over to the left. This is where we had all the ladies lined up to come. I can still hardly talk about it without getting choked up. All of the ladies coming up to get an award, either a Be Brave award or the Dream Big award, or the Dream Big X award, or like you said, the Woman Air award, and just looking. And I mean, as far as I could see, just wrapped around is this line of ladies that are coming up to get their awards. And my heart just drops. I'm like, these ladies are really doing this. This is changing their lives. This is changing their, the legacy of their family. Right. Because once you've learned this, you can't ever unlearn it.
Right.
And so it's so much fun. And I'm like you, this is my time that I get to meet my students face to face. I love doing the selfies. I love signing books. I love just hanging out with these ladies, hearing their stories. And I mean, that's the highlight of it for me.
I love that too. And I'm glad that you get that opportunity, because I know that a lot of work goes into preparing for this event. I mean, you guys started preparing for WREIN 2024 pretty much as soon as WREIN 2023 was over, right? It takes the full year. Share with us just kind of what kind of teamwork goes into an event, because this is a big event, Teresa.
It is a big event. We have tons of surprises. We just try to make this really, really special for every single woman. Here's the deal. I want women to come into this place and feel loved on, that they belong there, and that for 3.5 days, they were treated like the royalty that they are, And so we try just to do, like you said, putting the stars with their names and just doing everything that we can to make every single woman feel like she's $1 million. Yeah. Because she is $1 million. And so my team, oh my gosh, shout out to the WREIN team. They are absolutely amazing, because they are the ones making sure that we have all the swag and making sure that we've got enough of this and enough of that. And that really, we sit for hours and have meeting after meeting after meeting thinking, well, what can we do this year to make it better than next year? Who would be the best speakers that we could bring in? And all the little details that nobody has a clue. But I'm just thankful for my team that works hard on it, that they care, and they will be so excited when they come up with some new idea, and they're celebrating that. And hey, I want to ask you though, Melissa. Okay, so you've been there both years.
I have.
So tell me, let's go back to your first WREIN Live.
Okay.
Tell me what is a moment that maybe you remember that sticks out to you?
The moments really, WREIN Live 2022 was really, for me, the speakers were amazing, but that WREIN Live was more about the networking for me, honestly. I loved getting to be in the room with other like-minded women and getting to either meet women in person, hug their necks that I had met online, and get to know them a little bit deeper. And then some of the women that I had worked with, it's like you said, we didn't meet until WREIN Live.
Yeah.
So the networking aspect of it and getting to meet, if you're wanting to invest in other states, there's nothing like having some contacts and some boots on the ground in those places. So the networking was absolutely phenomenal. The teaching, you guys, we hear it. We've got, as members in the network, we have access to the trainings, but it's almost like you can't hear it enough, because I learn new nuggets every time I listen to a training. Every time a new speaker would come up, there was some new nugget that I took away. So I walked away from there just fired up and ready to go for sure. And then last year, it was a little different perspective from me, because I was doing the podcast with you and was a little bit more involved with it. But the networking, the speakers, I love getting filled up. I love all the prep that goes into it. Knowing, ladies, one thing that I know you probably don't realize, or maybe you do if you know Teresa well enough, is that you are being prayed over leading up to this event. Every single one of you that is going to step foot in this conference, you have been prayed over by Teresa.
Well,
and by her team.
And a team,
the prayer team.
A prayer team. We will literally go walk the property starting a few weeks prior. We walk the property, go inside the property, and we just pray over every single woman that comes through that place, that she hears what she needs to hear, that she makes the connections, that she makes friendships, that all of the things, that she has breakthrough in whatever area. So, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. So the prep that goes into this. So, Teresa, before we wrap this up, I know that there's women listening who are like, oh my gosh, I have to be there. I want to go to this.
Yes.
Tell our listeners, if they're not already signed up, how do they get involved?
Okay, well, I have to say it is an invite only. So obviously, if you're already a student of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network, well, girl, come on. What are you waiting on? Exactly. Get there. Book your flight. There's a room block for special pricing. So get there. And you should have an email and all the things where you're invited. If you're not a member of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network, it is invite only. So check us out at Women's REIN, REIN. So write out women's, REIN.com. and learn about our next masterclass. And then that's how you will receive your invitation to WREIN Live. And girl, I'm just telling you, it's life-changing. So don't miss this. Get there. It is worth it. Take the time off work. Get the babysitter. Do what you have to do. Be in that room. Motivation, education, inspiration, and then just community.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's filling up fast.
Yes, it is.
So get your tickets.
We will
get signed
definitely
up.
sell out for sure.
Okay. So y'all are going to want to get signed up. Like she said, if you're not in the Women's Real Estate Investors Network yet, get into that masterclass. Take that masterclass. Get your invitation and get here. It truly is life-changing.
Yes.
It really is.
Well, we bless you, ladies. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Dream big and be brave. If you've not subscribed to the Without Fear of Her Future podcast, hit that subscribe button today for new episode reminders.
Thank you for joining us today. On behalf of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network and Teresa Todd, I'm Melissa Baker, encouraging you to be brave and dream big.